Hi, boys and girls. Today for reading, I thought we would do something kind of fun and try out another app that's been on your iPad for actually kind of a long time, but I haven't shown you how to use it yet. So I figured this week, after a week of testing, it was a good time to try out this new app. So I hope it works for you at home. Okay. It looks like this on your iPad. It's a little blue square and it's a microphone is what it is. It's like a little oval with like a smiley face with another white line underneath. So I don't know how well you can kind of see that. Yeah, I think you can. So it's called Novel Effects is the name of the app. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that on my iPad, and this is what it looks like. So it's a whole collection of books, and we have to use one of the books that's on here. So if you don't have a whole lot of books at home, it's not going to work out very well. So do it if you can, but if you can't, I understand, because I can't give you all of these books at home. So here's what I did. I went through here and I looked and I found a book. Let's see if I can find it now. That I knew we had in our library. This one right here, Where the Wild Things Are. Okay? So I actually have this physical book. And so I'm going to be able to use this one. So what I have to do is I have to download it. Now, actually, if I'm kind of going backwards, I think I had to sign up and make an account in order to do this. So mom and dad might have to put in like an email and a login, but it's free. It doesn't charge you for anything. You don't have to put credit card in or anything like that. So it's just for fun. You might have to push print to get started. It doesn't actually print. What it's doing is like putting it in the iPad so it can read it. Okay, so let me tell you what this app really does. This app is so that when you read aloud a story, it makes sound effects that match the story that you're reading. So it's really fun and super cool. So this would be great if you have books that you can read at home, but they also have to be on here. Or if mom and dad want to read you a book that you have at home that's on here, it's just kind of fun thing to try out. Okay, so I pushed print to get started. I kind of downloaded it. I think I can find it actually if I go backwards. Down here at the bottom it says books, videos, my stuff, pics. So I'm going to go to my stuff. Yep, and so I just downloaded this one, so I'm going to click on that. Okay, nope, now it's wanting me to print it again, so I'm going to print it. I push the print button. Now it's making noise, okay, so it's ready for me to start reading. Do you see how it's doing this? It hears my voice. So now I'm going to actually take my book and I'm going to read it out loud and listen carefully to the sound effects that it makes while I read the book. Okay, here we go. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. I sure hope you can hear all this noise, all the sounds. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to a place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. until Max said,
Be still.
and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. And then, all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said, "No." And the wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye, and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end. Okay, so I hope that you could hear all that amazing sound and sound effects of the monsters and the music that was playing in the background. And that's what's really cool about the app Novel Effects. So you got to experience it by listening to my story, and if that's all you can do for this assignment is listen to mine, that's okay. Maybe put a comment telling about how you liked it or what you thought about it, but if you can, you should really try it at home. And now that you know how to use it, you can use it every single day if you want. Every night before bed, when you read your bedtime story, ask mom or dad to see if they can use Novel Effects. I don't know if there's a limit to how many you can use, but try to use it as often as you can because it's super fun, okay? I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you had fun listening to this story.